Well, hello ladies and jelly spoons. Today, rather than a vacuum cleaner unboxing, we've got a vacuum cleaner unbagging for you. For this is how I received this particular vacuum cleaner, in a plastic bag. There was some bubble wrap, of course, wrapped around it as well, and the seller has put some fragile tape around the bag, but that makes no difference, of course. If you're sending a vacuum cleaner through any sort of postal system, do not send it in a plastic bag. That's all I'm going to say. Fortunately, this Hoover Starlight vacuum cleaner did survive being thrown about a white van, but another cleaner I got at the same time didn't fare so well. You'll be seeing that cleaner shortly. So I've already unbagged this, but for a bit of extra excitement, I will pull the bag off and reveal to you the Hoover Starlight in its dirty original state. Oh, there we go. Ta-da! This is the Hoover Starlight Cleaner, model U2002, I think. Let me double check for you. I can hardly see with my old eyes. U2002. This is the Starlight cleaner, which is the more deluxe version of the Hoover Junior Deluxe. The only difference is between this and the Junior Deluxe is the fact it has a headlamp and a lighted bag full indicator. It takes the light, which is the little red strip. I'll show you that in more detail shortly. It takes the light from the bag, from the headlight, to show you when to change the bag. This is a little bit different to the other Starlight cleaners I've seen and owned. I've owned two other Starlights, one in ivory with a midnight blue bag door, and the other I think was ivory and a sunburst yellow. This machine is in a cream and brown colour scheme. So we've got a sort of a tan coloured bag door, tan coloured hand grip, which you can't see at the moment, and a sort of a creamy colour body. This, I believe, was an exclusive version. I'm not sure what retailer. There's been a few names bandied about. If anyone knows exactly the retailer this was available from, please let me know under the comments. But it could be a Rumbelows, could be a Curry's, I'm not sure. But anyway, basically, apart from the colour, it's the same as the other Hoover Starlights. Okay, we've had the unbagging. Let's take a closer look at this vintage, I say it's a 70s vacuum cleaner, I would thought, 70s sort of period. Let's take a look in a bit more detail. Well, we may as well start at the top and work our way down. Here is the hand grip. You can't quite see, but there is a bit of writing on it in some black pen. Hopefully I'll be able to remove that. This is the state I've received the machine in, so you'll be seeing it again at a later date, hopefully all cleaned and polished and looking lovely. And of course I'll be doing a full demonstration on this machine. So here is the hand grip, and it's sort of like, it's a metal handle. Fortunately it has lost some of its paint, but it's a metal handle on this machine, but quite a flat style rather than the traditional rounded handle that you got with many other Hoover upright cleaners of this period. Moving on down, we can see the top of the bag compartment. Got a hand operated on-off switch here at the top, and the other black switch is the bag door release button. So we just press that and we have access to the bag. Also, just under the Hoover branding there, we have the carry handle located at the top of the bag door. On the back of this Hoover Starlight, we've got the top hook for storing the mains cord, and like many other vacuum cleaners, you simply turn the hook down like that to release all the cord in one go, to save you having to unwind it manually. There's a strain relief which is also on the back, and thankfully that's in one piece. It hasn't cracked over the years. Moving on down at the back of the machine, we have the lower cord hook. Now when I unwrapped this, I was very surprised and pleased to see that this particular part was in one piece. Often on machines of this type, this always breaks off. On some of the turbo power models that had manual cord wind, on the high power compact, the hard bag Hoover Junior, and of course the Junior Deluxe, this was a part that would often break. I think it's lost a bit of its springiness. I think it would have had a bit more of a snap shut action, but at least it's not broken, so I'm pleased about that. And it was designed to stay flat, flush with the machine as you're using it, so when you go under low furniture it didn't sort of stick out and affect the movement of the machine. You can see here though, a little bit of black tape. Now I'm hoping that that is the only damage to the cord. I can't take it off now, but I expect under there we'll see the blue and brown wires exposed. That's caused, and you can see where it's on a bend. If you constantly wrap the vacuum cleaner too tightly around the hooks, it can cause wear and tear, and it can cause the outer insulation to break. That's what's happened on this machine. Now with any luck, this is the only damage, because it is fairly near where it enters the vacuum, so I will have to shorten the cord by maybe ½ a metre and then rewire it. So hopefully that's all I can do. I haven't been able to find any cord this colour. It's either black or white. I'd rather keep things original. So a bit of cord damage, but it's pretty normal of a machine of this age to have some damage to the mains cord. Just a bit lower down, this is the foot operated pedal to recline the machine. Now I did notice when I was... it's just unhooked. There is a little spring at the bottom. That's it. It came undone when I took it out. Anyway, here is the handle release. So you press it once to recline the handle to the operating position, and it will stay in that position. It's not top heavy, this vacuum. It will actually stay in that position without me holding it. But in order for us to clean under low furniture, we need to press it once more, and then you can lower the handle again for getting under your low furniture. Okay, let's have a look at the bag. I don't think it's a genuine Hoover bag in here. You can still buy bags for this, fortunately, and you can still buy brushes and belts and various other parts, so I will be able to get this working, hopefully, almost as good as new, but not quite. So let's have a look at the bag. The bag door comes off. It's actually attached, unlike some vacuums where the bag door comes off completely. It's hinged at the bottom. And we have in here a very, very used, non-genuine, definitely non-genuine, and that's a bit of a shame. The original genuine Hoover bags for the Starlight and Junior Deluxe would have been reusable, and they would have had a clip at the bottom. So that clip's obviously missing, so that's another thing I'll have to buy when I buy the bags, is a clip. Again, they're pretty easy to get hold of still. So that will need binning. And then inside here we've got, very dirty. Next time you see this, this will be absolutely spotless, but this is what we can, this is the condition it was delivered to me. Here's the bag support collar, so the bag just fits on, not collar, it's the tube. The collar of the bag just pushes on like that when you're refitting a new dust bag. Looking a bit further down into the bag compartment, we've got this little sort of rubbery strip here. That just prevents the bag door from sort of banging onto the machine. It just supports the bag door when you're opening it. You can see here there's a slit here. Now the headlamp will shine through there when the bag is full. Now it's probably going to need a clean up, but I think there'll be a little sort of device in there that blocks this part off until the suction is impaired, until the airflow is restricted. Then I believe a little flap opens up, and then it will shine the light from the headlight through the little red lens at the bottom of the bag door. I have a feeling that's how it works, and that's also how it worked on some other Hoover cleaners. I believe there was a Hoover convertible, known as convertible in the UK, but dial-o-matic, I think, in the United States. The earlier models had a sort of a little doobry near the top of the bag door, but I'm sure I had a burgundy Hoover convertible that had this same arrangement, a little red strip at the bottom. So there it is in its filthy, filthy, unclean state. Everything on this machine is going to be taken apart and given a thorough clean. Here's the rating sticker located just inside at the top of the bag door. So it's Hoover model U2002, 240 volts, 50 hertz, 410 watts, so it has a 400 watt motor and a 10 watt headlamp bulb. Obviously in this one the headlamp doesn't work, so that needs replacing as well. It's BEB approved, British Electrotechnical's approvals board. Here's the serial number if anyone can date it for me, U2002 0091062. I don't know if 2 is the year, possibly 72, I'm not sure. June 72, possibly? I don't know. Trademarks of Hoover Limited, made by Hoover Limited, Great Britain. Moving on down to the cleaning head, we have a 4-position height control dial in the middle of the hood. So this setting is for the longest pile carpets, and then we've got sort of medium, shorter pile, and then sort of very short pile carpet. You just turn that dial. It's rather stiff at the moment. In fact, it's probably better if I tilt the machine back. Yes, it's easier to move now with the machine tilted. I expect once it's all cleaned up it will be slightly easier to move. So there are your 4-position Hoover height right control. There's the little red lens I was talking about earlier. That's the bagful indicator lens, and if I recline the machine just underneath the lens, you can just about see the headlight, which of course on the Junior Deluxe that followed this machine they did away with that and just put a blanking piece. The motor is located in here. Despite its appearance, this is a dirty fan cleaner. It looks like a clean fan design, but it's actually a dirty fan design. Also, we've got the famous Hoover roundel, but a bit different. It's in black and silver rather than the more traditional red and white. Now we can see the business end of the vacuum cleaner, and the brushes, I expect I may replace them, but they still look in pretty good condition. So here's the Hoover Agitator in reasonable condition. It would have all been black when it was new. Obviously some of the black paint has worn off in time. It's a little bit of rust, but I've seen far worse than this. So it has Hoover's "it beeps as it sweeps, as it cleans" action. So as you can see, we've got 2 strips of brushes which are replaceable, and 2 metal beater bars designed to beat the deep down damaging grit from your carpet. Unlike most modern vacuums today, we've got a nice strong metal sole plate. Quite poor suction at the sides, I would think. This is the side where the belt is. Quite a large gap, about just over an inch I'd say, about 3 centimetres perhaps. Bit better this side, but still not very good at edge-to-edge cleaning. You've got your 2 wheels at the front, nice smooth running, and just out of shot, I move the machine a bit. I've got 2 wheels at the back. Easy access to the belt with this machine, you don't have to undo any screws. We've got 2 clips, one there and one there, and then we just pull the base plate forward and then that can be removed. There it is, all dirty, but some hot soapy water, a bit of metal polish, and that will be gleaming. So I think I will, it does work, I have tried it, but it would probably benefit from a new belt. So here's the belt, and here at this side, I'm not sure if it lifts up. It's all clogged up. That's the suction channel. Looks quite narrow. This machine probably blocked up quite easily if you were to pick up anything too big. I'm not sure if that lifts up. I'm not sure, it might do, but it is putting my finger in. Ooh, it's not something I like to put my finger into, but anyway, it's probably worse things I could put my finger in, but anyway, that I can feel, there's quite a lot of gunk stuck to the channel of that. Of course it won't be. When you next see this will be clean and lovely. Now that looks a bit odd. Yes, there's something up with this back wheel. It's hard to show you without, I'll have to move the camera. There we go. This back wheel's not positioned properly, so it's come away. Hopefully I'll be able to click that back in. Oh, I think it's broken there, so I don't know what to do with that. So hopefully I'll be able to fix that. It still moves, but there is, yes, it's different to that side. That side's okay. Bit wobbly, look. Oh dear, that's very wobbly. I wonder if I can get 2 new wheels. Possibly. That's cracked. So that's something I didn't notice. Obviously this is the first time I'm having a close look at it, so I'm noticing the flaws. But all in all, it's not bad. Not bad at all. So finally, lots of fluff and muck. Finally I'll turn it on. Now it does sound okay. The other machines of this type I've had have been very noisy. I don't know if they needed new bearings or what, but this particular Junior Deluxe or Starlight does sound quite nice to me, quite smooth running. It's not the quietest vacuum, but it's certainly not the noisiest. Has a bit of a different sound to a classic Hoover. But there we go. So I think the belt's still okay. There still seems to be a good tension on the belt. Okay, just to end this short video, I'm going to turn on the Hoover Starlight and we'll just give it a quick go. Next time you see this, it'll be all polished up, all clean, and it'll be ready for its full demonstration. Okay, I'm just going to give it a quick run over this patch of carpet, making sure I keep my hand well away from the area that's been taped up. So I do have circuit breakers in the house, but I don't want to risk getting an electric shock. But anyway, let's give it a go. Obviously, no headlight, but the next time you see this, there will be a working headlight, fingers crossed. Sounds okay. There's a bit of a play in the handle. It does move up and down a bit, but you know, it's not too bad. There's the carry handle. So all in all, I think this machine is going to clean up pretty well. It'll never look showroom new, but I'll certainly improve on its looks and performance after it's had a good wash, a good polish, possibly a bit of lubrication on the wheels, etc. A few new parts, and well, it'll be ready for the full demonstration on iBasiac. So please stay tuned and please subscribe, because you'll be updated every time I upload a new floor care video. Also, I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. There's a link below. It's called iBasiac, and on that you'll see some exclusive pics. Anyone who likes my Facebook page would have seen this quite a while ago, because I revealed it to my Facebook viewers before I revealed it to my YouTube viewers. So if you want to get sneak peeks of what's coming up, if you want to see scans of old Hoover leaflets and other photos and information, then check out my Facebook page. I think for the vacuum fan you might find some useful information there. So until the next time, it's me, Roger, saying goodbye. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.